If you've been on the internet during the last decade, then you might remember a specific figure. This mannequin-looking woman who was featured in a lot of disturbing top 10s in the early days of YouTube. We covered her briefly 2 years ago on the channel and have always been fascinated by this person. Who is she? Who created her? Is there a hidden meaning? Well, to answer the last one, yes, very much so. So in today's video, we take a deep dive into the Shaye Saint John rabbit hole. Hello everyone, my name is Tuv, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are enjoying the long documentaries, as I'm having so much fun creating these. I quickly do want to say that the channel logo is changing after about 5 years of having Earl as my profile picture. In case you guys don't know, Earl is the channel mascot, but I recently changed my YouTube banner and it just doesn't match like the dark vibe of my channel. In the coming days, you should see a new profile picture. I'm just trying to be more of myself rather than my character I created. And don't worry, Earl isn't going anywhere. He has his own brand and comic series on Instagram. Now let's get on to today's sponsor. Before we get started with today's video, I want to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, Opera Browser. This isn't just a traditional browser, it's a whole new world of browsing. With the design genius of Opera, known for prioritizing speed, efficiency, and privacy, it's deserving of its reputation for the leading browser around the world. Primarily, Opera Browser takes data privacy super seriously, making pesky trackers a thing of the past and offering a free unlimited VPN right in the browser. This ensures that your internet browsing is secure and private to you only. Does that sound great? Well, it gets even better. Opera One even got a built-in ad blocker. No longer will you have to deal with ads that disrupt your online journey. One of the most exciting features of the Opera browser is its integrated browser AI. With this, it truly is the next generation of browsing. The browser AI works to adapt to your habits, making your digital life more seamless and intuitive. It also has a built-in audio player. No longer will you have to keep playing music on a separate tab. You know, you can listen to your favorite album, which is probably Stop Loving Me by Tuv. Can you believe it gets even better? The Opera browser comes equipped with built-in messenger apps. Forget about using other apps. It's all in one browser. I've been using the Opera browser recently and I can vouch that my productivity has taken an upward turn. If you also want to elevate your browsing, make sure to download it for free. It's as simple as using the link in the description below. Huge appreciation to Opera for partnering with me. And yeah, that's really it. Let's get started with the video. It all starts with a man by the name of Eric Fournier, born on September 2nd in Bloomington, Indiana in 1969. Now, this is the part where I'd speak on the person's childhood, but in this case, not much is really known. What is known, however, is that in the 1990s, when he was a young man in his 20s, he was a member of two bands, the Blood Farmers and Skelegore. Fournier's pals, presumably bandmates, depended on him to bring in the latest punk styles from Los Angeles. Remember, this was a time before the internet. I distinctly remember the great feeling of anticipation whenever Eric returned from LA. What new gem would he have dug up? And he rarely failed to deliver. But despite his role as the trend finder, Fournier shied away from the spotlight. I never had the impression he was at all comfortable being a singer in a band. It was not about ego or desire for attention. He'd sort of keep his back to the audience, pull faces or whatever, keep a bit of ironic distance from the whole singer in a band thing. Simultaneously, Eric grew to love filmmaking. Though not wanting to be the star, he still wanted to create art with a protagonist portrayed by him. This is when sometime in the early 2000s he created a character named Shaye Saint John, whose tragic backstory is as follows. Former model Shaye lost both arms and legs and spent several months in the hospital after being hit by a train. She has doll-like mannequin limbs, replacing her amputated ones, and needs a wheelchair. The CIA subjected her to mind control experiments while she was in the hospital, making her the most implanted person in the world. Eric began creating and uploading these videos to a website called LiveJournal. Created in 1999, LiveJournal is a Russian social networking website where users blog about anything they want. By obscure videos, I mean frantic cuts, lighting edits, repeated edits, and an overall uncomfortable feeling as the main character looks like a deformed woman. At the same time, Carl Crew, the owner of a Hollywood nightclub and art venue named California Institute of Abnormal Arts, was shown a Shaye video by a friend. Crew was so fascinated by the video that he instantly got in contact with Eric out of interest. They met up, got along greatly, and this is where more Shaye Saint John triggers would be recorded. Oh yeah, Eric liked to call his videos triggers, not videos, so out of respect, I'm gonna call them triggers for the rest of this video. The first couple of times he brought her over, we just set up these little scenarios, props, or something for her to play with, and we'd come up with a line and she would just go off on these pre-programmed words and things and sounds that would alter her memory. It was almost like an artistic minefield. No one's gonna get killed, you know, but you never know what's going to explode. Crew goes on to explain that when filming the videos, Eric and Shaye were very intuitive on how they would work together. It was like they were speaking an inner language together that I didn't quite get. Okay, whoa. What does this even mean? Was Eric conversing with himself and responding as Shaye? Well, I don't know, but I'm gonna likely guess so. In a 2015 Vice interview with Crew, the author, Kate Davis Jones, wrote, "In conversation, Crew wouldn't even entertain the idea that Fournier was the artist inside the Shaye costume. So I'm gonna assume that he just saw Shaye and Eric as completely different entities. Though I do wonder what he means when he says that they worked well together. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Carl Crew was a great friend of Eric Fournier's, so I'm sure he's just keeping up with the whole roleplay thing that they were two different people. It comes across as a little weird when he talks about it, like if they were different people when they weren't. That's my guess. Yeah, all I'm saying is he's keeping up the roleplay for his friend. Fournier and Crew eventually had a showing of the Shaye Saint John trigger Turkey Day, which, according to Shaye's website, premiered at the New Art Theater in Los Angeles on February 1st, 2002. A lot of people were down there, a lot of lights and stuff. Regular people just don't know what to think. Lenora Claire was also in attendance. It freaked everybody out, and it got banned from the New Art. I was like, what is this weird puppet robot woman lady? There's a reason I mentioned Lenora Claire, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. In the early 2000s, when the Shaye Saint John triggers were being made at the California Institute of Abnormal Arts, which I'm just gonna call CIA from now on, because Institute is a difficult word. CIA it is. In the early 2000s, when the Shaye Saint John triggers were being made at the CIA, nobody was certain of who was wearing the Shaye costume. Because of his natural charisma and affiliation with the CIA, a lot of people guessed it was Crew. Claire then at one point asked Crew if he could somehow convince Shaye Saint John to show up at her party, which was also going to be thrown at the CIA. But when she asked that, she really thought it was actually Crew in the costume. Then Shaye and Claire hit it off after the party, and Claire began interacting with Shaye through LiveJournal. I really wonder what her reaction was when she saw Shaye and Carl Crew standing next to each other. Every day I would come home from my shitty job, get on Instant Messenger, and talk to Shaye for hours. Shaye would give me advice about everything, encourage my art, say, well, people don't get you. Fuck them. All those lovely things. Everyone wants a friend to do that. Claire built a friendship with Shaye without ever knowing who was behind the character. This is like 2002, maybe 2003, and I'm standing there with Eric and Pam, and Eric's just like smiling at me, and I can't figure out why. He's kind of being weird. Then he goes, you know I'm Shaye. Though even after this, Claire never revealed that it was Eric in the costume out of respect for him and just art in general. She just kept quiet about it. We had this real confidence in each other about all the confessions online. A situation where the person you trust so much and have had so many personal conversations with finally reveals themselves. That must surely be a strange feeling. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, the timeline for this topic is very confusing. I mean, we don't have exact dates for most things, and remember, the internet wasn't that popular back then. But what we do know is that throughout the 2000s, Shaye was making her triggers, and eventually they were uploaded to YouTube. On August 30th, 2006, Eric created the original Shaye Saint John YouTube channel. The uploads would slow down in 2008, however. It was around this time that Eric met Larry Wessel, a filmmaker who released a documentary, Eric and Shaye, which we will talk about later at the end of the video. His goal in creating the documentary was to bring Fournier's Shaye Saint John work to a wider audience, with the goal of helping Fournier get recognition as a groundbreaking filmmaker. Wessel describes Fournier's work as maximalist art, or the diametric opposite of the extreme simplicity and ultra boredom-inducing pretentiousness and elitism of minimalism. You can say that again. Damn. To Wessel, Fournier's films represent a complete freedom from convention. Sadly, on February 25th, 2010, Eric Fournier passed away due to a battling addiction with alcohol. Crew and Fournier worked together for 10 years, meaning that Crew had to witness Fournier's descent into alcoholism. You'll get that sometimes working with really brilliantly talented people, really intense. I'll never ever forget working with him. He was such a dear friend. We had such an ease working together. According to Crew, after Fournier's death, a few good people from the CIA took Shaye into witness protection to keep her from being subjected to more mind control experiments. She's in hiding, but has contacted Crew once, just to let him know she's alive. That fact is bittersweet, but Crew hopes that Shaye will reach out to start creating videos once again. It will be a dreadful thing without Eric, but life goes on, and we just do everything in his honor. And Shaye really loved him too. Yeah, seems like he's keeping up the roleplay act that they were two different people, which artistically speaking, yes, they were, but it gets, like I said, it just gets confusing when you read interviews. I don't even mean any disrespect when I like call them role-playing, because that's what it was. I just don't want to lose you guys as the audience, you know? In the interview that I got this information from, the interviewer states that Crew on the phone said Shaye's still alive. She's coming back. And this was published in 2015. A very intriguing end to the interview. To my knowledge, Shaye has not come back, unless you want to count that interview on Mr. Black Darkness 666's channel, but I'm gonna explain later why this is not real. Trust me, we're gonna get to that point, and I'm just doing everything in order. So I'm really not trying to lose you guys, because this is a rabbit hole if I have ever made a video about a rabbit hole. I think this is my first one. Let's do a quick recap of everything we just learned before we get into the triggers. Eric Fournier from Bloomington, Indiana is part of 2 bands. He goes to Los Angeles on the regular in order to find out trends and bring them back. He doesn't like the spotlight, so he creates a character named Shaye Saint John, whose backstory consists of being hit by a train and losing all limbs. He creates videos which he calls triggers and uploads them to his LiveJournal profile as well as his personal website, ShayeSaintJohn.net. He teams up with Carl Crew in order to create more content. He begins gaining traction on early YouTube for being creepy, and he passes away in 2010. Alright, so let's get into the Shaye Saint John triggers. So how are we going to be watching these? Oh yeah, baby, I got us a physical copy to dive into. Now these videos are available on the internet, but come on, I mean a physical, so rare, I had to put it to use. I have a DVD reader plugged into my PC where I will be watching. Also, funny story about this DVD. I think about 2 years ago now, I mentioned wanting to own this DVD and wanting to buy the last copy on eBay. I really want to buy the Shaye Saint John DVD called The Triggers Compilation, but it's sold out everywhere. Well, it's not sold out, it's unavailable everywhere. So, and I said that in a video, I uploaded the video, and right before my eyes, someone bought it before I did. So that just taught me never to mention I want to buy something that's the last in stock in a video, until one day I got an email from a subscriber, and they mentioned that, hey, it's actually back up for sale. So I ran to it and I bought it. I don't know how much it costed. I'm gonna guess somewhere between $200 and $300, which I know is dumb, but remember, I'm a YouTuber and I'm making a video out of this, so I know it took a while to make the video, but I'm yapping now, I know. Let's pop this puppy into the DVD reader. The DVD itself says Shaye and Kiki, Fun Bubble. Pretty interesting, it's different from the actual cover. I'm using a program called VLC Media in order to watch, which is actually a really good program because it tells you how long the background footage is, which you guys will see it comes in handy. Anyway, let's get right into it.
Hello, welcome to my main menu on my DVD. Here's where you make your first selection. Triggers, music videos, and special features. Plus, 1, 2, 3. Now make a selection. Make a selection. Make your selection. Make a selection. Nah, make a selection. Make a selection. Make a selection. Make a selection. My DVD main menu, make a selection.
Yup, this is already pretty strange. So just like Shaye said, we get to choose between triggers, music videos, and special features. Clicking an option will lead to a custom transition scene, and let's start with trigger 1, Happy Turkey Day.
Hello, welcome to my main menu. Score and 7 years. Ooh, make a little scrumptious little selection. Make a luscious selection.
So this one starts off with beeping noises, and Shaye tells Kiki, a burnt doll, which yes, I will talk about more later, that the message is coming through. Turns out, Shaye's invited to a Turkey Day party, which is happening that night. A sentence flashes on the screen: where is Potty's sun lamp? Now, just as a little spoiler, after watching dozens of Shaye Saint John videos, I still don't know who Potty is. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it's just a friend. Anyway, Shaye finds this lamp and uses it to get a tan. She tells Kiki to remind her to step away from it in 5 minutes, but we get a montage of time passing by and end up with a burnt Shaye. She mentions that she's gonna need a lot of cold cream for her face, and then we see her packing up Kiki and going to the party. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the doll Kiki has superpowers. Telekinesis? We learn more about that in trigger 3. Throughout this trigger, we hear a woman say,
She had a room in a Catholic home for women, a circle of friends, and a job in a plastics factory. She was a beautiful person. She was a beautiful person. She was a beautiful person.
Trigger 2. That doll is beautiful.
When the baby would scream.
That doll is beautiful.
This trigger consists of Shaye complaining about her friends not liking Kiki, and her thanking Kiki for coming into her life. Kiki then says, "You're my friend, Shaye." We then see Shaye on the phone talking to her mother, again explaining that her friends don't like Kiki and that she should keep her away from the children.
And Mary and Carl and all of them, they're just jealous of me. So I got Kiki. Oh, thank you for coming into my life. It's so dark. So sad. You're so good to me. Who cares your face is burnt? I love your burnt face. I don't care. I hate all of them, Kiki. I hate Susan or Bratty Fred. Be my friend, Shay. Kiki? Yeah, I was there. They all got jealous when I took out my doll. Yeah. I heard someone say, don't let the kids see it. I didn't want any of the kids to see it. They said my doll was hideous. I heard people. They were all laughing at me. That doll is beautiful. Oh.
Trigger 3, powers. This trigger is dedicated to showing that Kiki has powers, which consist of making things levitate and Shaye telling her not to use them. Shaye even calls her powers evil.
Kiki, are you doing something to the bottle? Kiki, I told you not to use your power! Kiki, I definitely know that your powers are destructive and evil! Kiki,
Yeah, this was a shorter one, but damn, this really feels like a bad drug trip, doesn't it? And I promise there's a reason I'm showing you all of these videos and all of this content. It's because I have a theory about what these characters mean at the end of the video, which I am very proud of, by the way. Trigger 4, washroom. This one is literally just Kiki trying to get into the washroom. Shaye's already in the washroom, but Kiki just keeps like bashing herself against the window, and this causes Shaye to freak out. Nothing really more to say about this one.
Kiki, your powers are making me scared in the washroom! Stop! Kiki, your powers are making you rampage against the window in the washroom! Oh my god, washroom! Kiki, your powers are making the window in the washroom! I don't know what to do, Kiki!
Trigger 5, gams.com.
Glad you're here with me tonight. I'm here with Shaye. Exposure.com.
This is a very, sensual trigger. Gams is slang for women's legs. I didn't know that either, but the more you know, right? Anyway, Shaye is just showing off her gams, but she reveals some important information here.
Yum, yum. Hi, Shaye Saint John here. Kiki, where are you? Don't you want to be in a hot photo session? I'm glad you're here with me, W.com Shaye. Hello again. Oh, yum, yum. Hello again. Did you buy some time on the internet, exposure.com? Ooh, I like to see you like that. Hello again. Oh, I told somebody who was over at my house that I didn't have any plastic surgery. Oh, hello again. Because I didn't. Oh, I often trigger due to mental illness. If you'd like to see me, someone told me that a long time ago they called me gams. Ooh. Oh, do you like my gams? Ooh. Sometimes I'm all hot and fevered, I run. Ooh, my gams. Have you heard? Hello again. Oh, they were making fun of me, my doll, too. Ooh. But I like it when they make fun of my gams. Oh, doctor, where are your...
I often trigger due to mental illness, but I like it when they make fun of my gams. I guess Shaye has a humiliation kink. You know, that doesn't surprise me. The rest of the trigger is just back to sensual nonsense. Trigger 6, doorstep basket prize. I personally think this is how Shaye met Kiki, in a basket left at her doorstep. We are then shown Shaye calling all of her friends and asking who left this at her doorstep, but apparently it was none of them. We do, however, keep seeing this doll keep popping up, almost listening to the conversation. And again, nonsense editing afterward. Well, if it's worth mentioning, Shaye freaks out over Kiki's powers for the first time.
Got a little basket. Someone put a little basket down in front of my yard. It's big. Everyone gave it to me. Hello again. Oh, a doll. Doll! A little doll! Oh, a little doll. I wonder if you'd send me a little doll. Did you have by chance any send me a doll? Yeah, there was one on my doorstep this morning. Yeah, hello again. Charlie, did you send me a little basket? Hello, Debris, did you send me a doll today? Yeah, there's a little... Oh, no. Who are you? Did you send me a little doll? Oh my god, did you send me a little basket prize?
Trigger 7, kitty candy. Now this one's a little more hectic, but it consists of Shaye giving cat food, in this case, Cheerios, to a cat.
What lies behind this door? The behind this door. Kitty candy. Don't forget to feed the kitty.
Some candy for you.
What's wrong with Shaye's kitty?
There's some free candy, okay. What's that? Kitty wants some candy? Yum yum, okay. Kitty, here, kitty, I got some candy for you. God, that little old kitty's eating all my kitty candy. Candy.
Trigger 8, Broadway Shaye. So this one is just a play, I guess. It's called Hello Again. But we also get these like almost self-aware quotes from Shaye. Then we see this dragon eat Kiki and some of Shaye's limbs.
Burnt doll Kiki. People stop eating my doll. God, our new play is so edgy.
Hello again,
That burnt doll's the greatest thing you've ever seen. You are a mythical dragon. I saved you from the poachers. Why do you insist on devouring my doll? Kukla, I was just wondering something. Don't you think my burnt little doll is the greatest thing in the whole world?
Trigger 9, Red Carpet. So this one is about Shaye being an interviewer at a red carpet in Hollywood and being excited about seeing so many celebrities pass by. I think it's fair to say she's ignored by almost everyone.
Okay, come on, Shaye, let's go. Hello, Wade. God, do you want to see my new light? It's from the Bogey Bacall thing in the Academy Awards. What? Ah, I can't believe it. Hello, Oscar night. We're just waiting for the stars to come out. Oh my gosh, I just think Michael Jackson walked by. Oh my god. There's Brooke Shields. Brooke, what are you wearing? Brooke, who made your dress? God.
God.
Trigger 10, Pop Shaye. This trigger consists of the hyperfixation of Andy Warhol, a famous American artist and leading figure in the pop art movement. Shaye begins scoffing about how she always gets invited to Studio 54. Studio 54 is regarded to some as New York's most legendary club. Why? Well, even though the vast majority of people that showed up weren't famous, a lot of famous people still did. Names such as Andy Warhol, Michael Jackson, John Travolta, Rick James, and a lot more. Anyway, she goes on about the celebrities she might see there and starts fangirling. Seems that she really likes Andy Warhol because she claims that he knows her and shows photoshopped images of them together as proof. Andy Warhol died in 1987, and these triggers were made between the 90s and early 2000s. So no, he didn't know Shaye. She's just on some stan activity right now.
Something my drink because they didn't want me to get that part of the Andy Warhol party.
Andy Warhol once told me I was the most glamorous person alive. What do you think? I think it's true. Ooh, doing constant disco dancing. I think the nerve fibers in my leg have been damaged. Yum yum.
Is Lauren Hutton going to be there? Oh my god, I just saw Brooke Shields. God, I'm dancing at Studio 54 all the time these days. I don't even care who comes. I always get in. The minute Andy Warhol sees me, he just goes, oh my gosh, here comes Shaye. And they said that I should be a movie star, so I started like going, okay, whatever. So I was doing this in front of this movie camera, and then they said, oh God, what's wrong with your legs? And I think someone gave me something.
Keep
like,
your hearts out, Becky and Susan. Here I am with Andy Warhol. Hello again.
Oh my God, are they gonna close Studio 54? I might be in an Andy Warhol movie. Like close Studio 54 tomorrow.
This is the picture Andy Warhol did of me. He called it Saint John Superstar. What do you think?
God, that dumb girl Edie Sedgwick, she said, I'm gonna get naked and go to every swimming pool, walk around, be a movie star. I was like, you're not gonna be a movie star, you're stupid. I was like, God, I gotta get out of here. I don't know if I like the Andy Warhol deal. And she said, I'm gonna be a movie star. See, she was trying to like do this face paint, and I said, I thought I was here to be an actor. God, I hate Andy Warhol. I hate Andy Warhol. God.
I took this picture of Edie Sedgwick and then I wrote dumb on it because she is. Everybody laughed.
So whatever, I think I'll go over to the Studio 54 and dance a little bit. You know who was there? Brooke Shields. It was so weird. She's so nice. She really is. She's a darling. Oh well.
This picture is one of my favorites. It was right before I made a movie with Andy Warhol. Check my gams out. Ooh.
So with what we saw there, these shorts are disturbing, edgy, sometimes funny, but most of all artistic. Like I said before, I do think there is a much bigger meaning behind all of these silly, random internet videos that no one, at least that I've seen, has talked about. But I want to show you guys everything I possibly can before I get to my theory. So what's next? Well, the music video section. Fun fact, Shaye makes a reference to one of her other triggers, which I didn't talk about, and a very popular YouTube video called Hand Thing by saying "ah hood," a phrase repeated in that trigger.
Graham, don't make sound. Hello again. God, I would. Everyone. Hood. Shaye, what is it? Hood.
I'll also explain later why I didn't mention every single trigger she's ever made, but for now, let's get started with music video number 1, Dangerous and Filthy. In this first music video, we see not Kiki, but another doll by the name of Kristen using her powers to freak Shaye out. The music video doesn't introduce us to Kristen, but from looking at Shaye's website, which yes, I'll talk about later, yeah, the doll's name is Kristen. Shaye's also screaming her name in the music video, but I didn't know what she was yelling until I eventually went on the website, because yeah, I mean, I guess it is being revealed in the trigger, but I thought it was just gibberish. But then once I educated myself and came back, I'm like, oh, she's saying Kristen. But yeah, Shaye beats the doll for almost the entire video, which Shaye on her website says that that's not the case. Let's move on to the next music video. Music video 2, Drop Your Drawers. Kristen seems to be naked and waking up from something. Very slow movements, and a voice in the background keeps repeating, take your pants off. Shaye doesn't appear in the video at all, only her voice. And we keep seeing the doll's pants being pulled down. We hear a voice say, please drop your drawers, ragamuffin. And at the very end, we see the word ragamuffin on the screen.
Take your pants off, take your pants off, take your pants off, take your pants off.
Yeah, my head hurts. I just need a little bit more money.
Please, please.
Music video 3, Head Blow. Alright, so these are very trippy visuals. Her head blew off due to the firecracker is on repeat, and they might be talking about Kiki. I'm not too sure about this one. Music video 4, Kiki, it's probably the most meaningless video here. I know you could argue that about all these triggers and music videos, but this one literally has nothing of value. Music video 5, M80. In this video, a firecracker explodes in Shaye's hand. That's it.
Hey guys, look! I've got one more M80. What do you think I should do with it? Maybe I'll throw it. Who wants to light the fuse and help me throw the M80 in the air? I'll throw it in the air. I saw some good ones. Look at him. Who wants to light my M80 firecracker? I got it to TJ. What do you think? I got 20 for 5. Who wants to light my M80 firecracker? Are you chicken? Are you chicken? It's lit. Throw it, Chase. Throw it. Firecracker. Yeah, you can explode.
Music video 7, Safe and Sane. To lure the kids into the safe and sane is repeated like 3 times in the intro, but it's not really safe and sane at all. Creepy, right? This video is just a bunch of clips from the triggers, but these shapes did catch my eye. A hypodermic needle, a prescribed medicine, and a shape I can't make out in the middle. Is that a cup with a needle in it? I don't know. Let's head on to the last music video on this disc. Music video 8. Wire. Shaye keeps repeating she's in wire therapy while hanging from wires. Now, I've never heard of wire therapy, and upon looking it up on Google, it's not a real thing. I just came across Shaye Saint John trigger. That one's a pretty interesting trigger because she explains that she was in a motorcycle accident. Not the train original one. I guess she hopped on a motorcycle at some point and got into an accident.
Hi, everybody! Oh, I'm all hooked up again for wire therapy. Trina, can you tell me when Brickhead comes? She's supposed to be bringing my tea bags. Yeah, I'm in wire therapy. I relate. I was in an accident on a motorcycle and I have to do wire therapy. I relate. Yeah.
Now heading over to the special features, we get a few more options. Let's start with Easter eggs.
I do. Hello, girl. Oh, hello, girl. Do you like playing in the sun? I do. Everyone. God, you finally got to my Easter eggs. Hello, girl. Oh, hello, girl. I'm here in the ball bath, waiting for you guys to find my Easter eggs. Find my Easter eggs. I do. I do. God, you finally got to my Easter eggs.
Now, there's a lot of irrelevant filler here, so I'll just be talking about 2 videos that stood out to me. First is Shaye's Paris makeup. where she becomes hyper fixated on her makeup in order to look good for a party. Apparently, the makeup is from Paris, France. She explains she has a modeling session and 2 commercials to film for the day after. Later, she explains that she broke her teeth when she fell down the stairs, and that's it. In another film titled My New Hairdo, Shaye shows off her wigs and hairstyles, just showing how much our Shaye cares about her looks. Okay, so while doing my research, I found a copy of my DVD on the internet, but I was surprised to see more footage. I was confused. Did I miss something? Was there like a special Easter egg to get more content? And I realized that when I put my DVD into my DVD reader, it just opens up VLC media and it plays it how a regular DVD player would. But instead I went snooping around to the actual files of the DVD and boom, there was everything I wasn't able to see. I mean, it's on the disc. I don't know how to access it. Like I said, I don't know if there's an Easter egg. If someone knows how to access those through the actual menu, please let me know, because I guess I would have never seen these if I was watching it like on an Xbox or a DVD player. And I feel like now is the perfect time to tell you guys that if you let any of the background footage loop twice, you'll get like an Easter egg scene.
Hello again. Did you happen to see my pretty little bird doll Kiki? Hello again.
Hello again. Hello again, little bird doll Kiki.
But yeah, like I said before, this video would just be too long if I include every trigger. As far as I know, they go up to 27. Maybe there's more. That was like the max I saw, but I'm sure you guys get the idea. There is, however, one video that I missed that I really would love to show you guys. Trip number 1. Hollywood. Yes, Shaye went to the public, and I gotta say, the balls to keep this character up in public is crazy, but there's really nothing lore related besides, again, the fact that she's obsessed with fame, but I'll play some of my favorite parts now.
Welcome to California again. We'll have a real good time. Hi, everyone. What's that supposed to be? Shaye Saint John again. Shaye Saint John again.
Alright, let's head over to Shaye's website now. Not to be confused with her live journal, which is, just as weird. Now this website, ShayeSaintJohn.net. It's definitely a trip of its own. The site got taken down sometime around 2009 and can be accessed through the Wayback Machine. The main page gives us multiple options to choose from and even images are clickable. You could actually spend hours on this website alone, though some links are broken due to not being archived. But there is so much to cover here. I'm just gonna try my best to give you guys a little rundown. This is where Shaye shares anything she wants. She floods us with images of herself, stories, traumas, triggers, and yes, I mean the videos, music videos, and so much more random stuff. Dude, even certain words are clickable, and then they take you through their own adventure, and it's just another rabbit hole. Was that a voice crack? That wasn't a voice crack. I did that on purpose. I think I could actually make an entirely separate video on the website alone. I could live stream it on Kick, so let me know if you guys want that. I'll post the VOD on my second channel. I think that'll be a pretty fun stream. But now that I gave you guys a little rundown of the website, I'm gonna be using some evidence that I gathered from there on my hidden meaning theory. So without further ado, let's head on over to my theory on what I truly think Shaye Saint John and the characters around her represent. While browsing the internet and seeing what other people think of Shaye, a lot of people think that she represents a washed up celebrity who embarrasses herself along the way of letting people know who she is. Though I do agree with that, there is something much bigger here. Shaye Saint John, Kiki the doll, and other characters in this universe represent abuse. They represent abuse in the entertainment industry, anywhere from children to adults who are obsessed with the Hollywood lifestyle. I am now going to present to you with evidence as to why I think that is. Are you ready? Let's start from the beginning and work our way down. Throughout the triggers, Eric is showing us that Shaye only cares about herself and fame. She freaks out when things don't go her way and when her chances of meeting celebrities are ruined. She's sexual when it comes to her gams, probably because beauty is how you get attention, especially in the entertainment industry. Pretty woman, there will be a man in power with bad intentions. It's just the world we live in. She even says she likes it when they make fun of her gams.
But I like it when they make fun of my gals. Oh, doctor, where are your...
Maybe she's getting attention for the wrong reasons. Admitting she has mental illness and triggers due to this,
I often trigger due to mental illness. We can like...
she's not okay and shouldn't be in this industry at all. Remember trigger 7, kitty candy? Kitty candy is used to represent her medication. There's a voice saying, "What's wrong with Shaye? Shaye, Shaye, something's wrong with you. Don't forget to feed the kitty."
Shaye, something's wrong with your kitty. It's been infected.
What's wrong with Shaye's kitty?
And I know this might be a little disturbing, but kitty is another word for something else, which I'm not gonna say, but this is the entertainment industry, right? In Trigger 1, Happy Turkey Day, that woman's voice is telling us what happened to Shaye.
She had a room in a Catholic home for women, a circle of friends, and a job in a plastics factory. She was a beautiful person. She was a beautiful person. She was a beautiful person.
She had a room in a Catholic home for women, a circle of friends, and a job in a plastics factory. Shaye was a normal woman at some point, but became consumed with the Hollywood lifestyle. She wasn't hit by a train and she didn't build herself back up using mannequin parts. That's just a metaphor for learning to live in your new abused life, to a point that when you look in the mirror, you don't see yourself. You see someone you don't recognize. Maybe not even human anymore. More like a mannequin with artificial parts.
Oh, but Tuv, you're just reaching. This was a fun project by Eric Fournier, intended to be creepy and confuse people.
Okay, you still don't believe me that Shaye Saint John was created to represent abuse in the entertainment industry? Let's talk about the dolls. The dolls are used to represent children and what they go through in the entertainment industry as well. Let's start with Kiki. Kiki is burned to a crisp. We don't know what she went through and don't want to know. Honestly, it's probably somewhere on the website, like really deep down. Now, why do she and Kristen have powers but Shaye doesn't? That's because these children have the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21, King James Version. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. They are the ones that can end someone's career by simply speaking out. The abuse of minors in the industry still goes on today, but the second that one speaks out, someone is put behind bars. And yeah, there are some sick higher up people that just will never get punished because they have too much power. That still doesn't mean that they don't fear children speaking out against them. Why was Kiki dropped off at Shaye's doorstep? I think this represents parents' negligence when it comes to kids venturing off into the entertainment industry, leaving it to other people in that industry to take care of the kids, you know, due to just simple negligence and not knowing how to be a parent. The way that's described in the Shaye Saint John universe, I guess, is the safe and sane. I mean, to lure the kids into the safe and sane, but it's really not safe and sane at all. Does that not ring a bell at all? And also the dinosaur eating them in Trigger 8, that just represents Hollywood itself. I mean, it happened in the Broadway show, at least in that trigger, you know. Now let's talk about the other doll, Kristen, who also has superpowers. Let's talk about music video number 2, Drop Your Drawers. Remember it seemed like she was waking up from something very slowly? I don't even want to say out loud what I'm gonna assume they're trying to represent, but there's a man in the background saying, "Take your pants off."
Let's drop your drawers, Bertie Muffin. Let's drop your drawers, Bertie Muffin. Let's drop your drawers, Bertie Muffin. Take your pants off. Take your pants off. Take your pants off.
I'm sure you know what I mean. Not to mention the looping clip of the pants being pulled down of the doll. Please drop your drawers, ragamuffin. The word literally means a person, typically a child, in ragged, dirty clothes. As I was browsing the website, I came across the Kank section, short for Kristen Adores Numbing Ka. Hey guys, Tub from the future here, and I know I just said that the acronym means Kristen Adores Numbing Ka, but on the, right here on my video, it says Ka addicts need Ka. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I definitely didn't make the first acronym up. Like I said, this website is a rabbit hole. I probably saw it on another portion of the website and used that, and now I'm realizing that it has two meanings. So, more food for thought. Now, I still don't know what Ka means. I thought it was slang for a drug, maybe ketamine, but I have no answers. It's also an acronym for kisses and hugs, which I guess could be applicable with what I'm about to say, but we're just gonna assume that Ka is a drug. We don't know what type of drug, but it's definitely a type of drug. You know, with the kisses and hugs thing, that could be like a metaphor of how kids would be manipulated with kisses and hugs, but then end up being drugged. That's just a theory within a theory. I'll read you guys some passages from this section to show you guys why I think Ka represents drugs. Kristen does the Ka shimmies after another long night at the club. Want to watch Kristen really ride the rail? Press her and watch. See where Ka abuse can lead. Hi everyone. Do you have a little friend that does a little too much Ka? I thought so. Well, you have come to the right place again. Hi. Kristen's incredibly high. Incredibly high. Here's another interesting passage. For context, Debris is a character that we don't know yet. I have no idea what they look like, but it's another character in the Shaye Saint John universe. Debris is one sick Ka kid. You have to see it to believe it, and once you see it, you may just want to get sick. There really is not any hope for Debris. Debris is fine with her Ka abuse and thinks she does not have a problem. Debris is the person who introduced Kristen to the potent dance fuel. Debris used to be a successful model, but she is only used as a special model. This means she usually poses like she is dead for weird detective magazines. They like those models to look gross, and Debris looks pretty gross. Her face is not that bad, though all her teeth fell out recently. It's Debris' body that has taken the brunt of abuse. She tips the scales at 35 pounds. She thinks she's real hot, but sadly she is not. Though from the sound of her new message, the truth seems to be sinking in. Debris lives at the bubble now, so I can take care of her till she finally kicks the bucket. Oh well. The mentioning of the bubble is just like the fact that the disc is called Fun Bubble. There definitely is something I don't know yet. Sorry, I know I'm the one making the freaking video. You know, the bubble could just be used to represent like a certain home. When Shaye says Debris is fine with being a special model and that her Ka abuse led from being a normal model to now the special model, I think this means the adult industry, or maybe even something worse behind the scenes. But what really sealed the deal on me thinking all these characters in this world was made to represent abuse in the entertainment industry? Well, it was really one image that locked it all together. This image that I'm about to show you appears in one of the triggers that I didn't mention, but the way I found it was through the website just clicking around. So this is the image. Kiki is new Shirley Temple, in Kuala Lumpur at least. Her screen test was delicious. Shirley Temple, one of the most famous child stars born in 1928, who endured some of the worst physical and sexual abuse. In her 1988 book, Child Star and Autobiography, she explained some unimaginable things I don't even want to repeat, but what I will repeat is something that the adults in the industry at the time in that specific location, I guess, in that specific set, would call the punishment box, which was a windowless booth where children who misbehaved were sent to and forced to sit on a solid block of ice for extended periods of time. And that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the abuse in the entertainment industry. There are much more horrifying, traumatizing things that I'm not gonna mention. Kiki is new Shirley Temple. So why do I think the interview with Mr. Black Darkness 666 is fake? Well, first I must say that whoever was pretending to be her did their homework. There were mentions of both Kiki and Kristen.
Hello again.
Are you
Hello
the real Shaye
again.
Saint John?
Hi again. Of course it is, you silly god.
Alright.
Hi again.
You haven't posted any videos for a long time. Why is that?
Well, I've been in and out of the hospital because of my failed artery transplant surgery, and I couldn't move my arms and legs for days.
Okay. Actually, it was rumored that you were dead.
I'm not dead. God, do I look that bad?
Well,
Oh, so that stupid Dr. Saunders. He keeps giving me the wrong pills and the wrong prescriptions, and I'm getting so tired of it. God, why does everybody keep asking me to put some new videos? God.
well, Your channel's last video.
Yeah, I put it on a different channel. God.
Why didn't you use your old channel with all your big
Well, I
videos?
stored my password on the external hard drive. But then Kiki brought it over to Preena's house to watch Caddyshack again. But then Kirsten, of course, she was totally wasted. And then she thought it was a new toaster, and she put all these better than I was all crumbs.
Anyway, Eric Fournier is dead. This wasn't him. There is no one carrying the Shaye Saint John badge and keeping the character alive. This was a one-off fan who decided to do an interview. Also, she refers to the videos as videos and not triggers. Not saying that like proves anything, but hey, I'm just saying, you want to stay in character, right? Also, why come back to the internet on someone else's channel? Just seems like a quick clout chase to me. So no, I don't think this is real, nor do I consider it canon in the Shaye Saint John universe. Eric and Shaye and Trigger Happy are both films created by Larry Wessel. I'll start with explaining Eric and Shaye. Now, this film is available for $35 on Larry's website. It is my promise that Eric and Shaye will shock, surprise, and delight as it transcends rational thought, diving deeper and deeper into the inner recesses of the brilliant brain of Eric Fournier, telling his story from his point of view, Shaye Saint John's point of view, and through the intimate personal details of his life as told by all of his closest friends, roommates, and co-workers who were there from the very beginning to the tragic ending of Eric Fournier's life. So why didn't I buy this DVD and include it in my video? Well, to be honest, I found it pretty late into my research. And also, I think he ships them by himself, and so that would take more time, just delay the video, and then, oh yeah, and I couldn't find any rips online, so I'll be honest, that's a big reason why. Also, as I just read, we would have gotten to hear Eric and Shaye's points of view, which would have completely eliminated my theory, or maybe confirmed it. Probably not confirmed it, but still, like, the point is, I love that I was able to come up with an actual really good theory and think critically without being spoon-fed what to think, which is what I'm doing to you guys. So, and I'm just kidding. You guys can come up with your own theories about this. Remember, I'm just a guy on the internet. All right, now Trigger Happy, a 13-minute video on YouTube. Trigger Happy is a tribute to Eric Fournier. Eric was a man possessed by genius. His Shaye Saint John films are 100% pure cinema and will live on forever. Through these works, he has achieved what few ever do, immortality. Viva Eric Fournier. Yeah, it was a tribute. I think it's a beautiful one that pays homage to like the editing style, the psychedelic, weird edits.
The most amazing part of this whole Shaye Saint John enigma is the amount of people that she affected. Many of them spontaneously began to try to imitate her. We call them faux shays.
Oh my god, TK, oh my god, I'm going to a turkey day party.
Some of them were really horrible, and a few were pretty good.
So if you guys want to learn more about that, make sure to go watch that video. And now we made it. We made it to the outro. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, November, Happy Turkey Day, which we talked about in this video. I want to say I'm so thankful for you guys. Seriously, you guys mean the fucking world to me. I love you guys so fucking much, man. Y'all my goats for real. And no, I'm not doing a, what's it called, a parasocial relationship with y'all. Remember, I'm a random dude. You'll probably never meet me unless you pop up to a concert. Yeah, man, just thank you all for rocking with me. I'm so thankful for you guys. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. It's been 2 years of this being my job, I think, like full time. So we have made some memories along the way. Sorry for the inconsistent upload schedule. I did have some personal problems. Y'all already know me and the girls, man. You know, I got some girl problems. Go check me out on Patreon. You guys get early stuff over there. Make sure to go follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty cool over there. That's really it. Like the video. Make sure to actually click the like button. Subscribe if you are new. I'll see you guys next time I upload.